Hello and welcome to Brickwork Ratings, yet another podcast series. Today we'll be talking about the debt market sentiments, and we have a very special guest with us who needs no introduction, Mr. Ajay Mangrunia, Head Fixed Income with JM Financial. Sir, a very warm welcome to you.
Thanks a lot, Ria, and happy to be on this session with you. It's my pleasure.
Great. So we'll start the session with understanding what's your outlook on the debt market first.
So, Ria, the debt market seems to be in the transitioning phase from a nascent one to a mature market. We have not, we haven't yet matured, but the transition is definitely happening now. We can see it visibly being there. Participation from the institutions, both foreign and domestic, has been strong, and we can see the retail investors too are showing a lot of interest. Earlier, they were kind of all taking a lot of risk and putting all money in the equity. But we see now some kind of discipline coming back to the retail investors. And though the overall scale remains small, but we see a lot of participation from the retail investors, especially the wealth managers, has been advising them to kind of allocate a decent chunk towards the fixed income, which is safe, secure, and give them a regular returns. Experience in the past few years is that we've tried and tested IBC framework, which is now these days is settling down, and we see a little better resolution and quick resolution. The recovery has also been better. There is an example of DHFL resolved by taking over by Piramal, and people have got the salvage value and all of that. And this will ensure overall size of the issuances would grow meaningful in the coming decade. In short, the fundamentals seems to be in place. Now it is more about the larger groups and the quality corporates hitting the market more often. With the RBI framework of the large borrowers and the SEBI framework for the listed entities to necessarily borrow from the market. And there are a lot of reforms whenever we interact with the regulators and all of those things, we see that they all are serious that debt market should evolve and it should develop. We have a very developed equity market. The debt is little behind that. I would say it's 10, 15 years behind, but it's evolving.
So very truly said, that is somewhere a place which is always evolving. We have been hearing from a lot of years. It's always, sir. Coming to on the, since you said it's a growing market, and corporates have been recently quite too much hitting into. Even the data says that offshore borrowing and everything has been pretty good these days, especially post lockdown and how the situation has come out to be. What is your take on the interest rate and the bond yields in the going forward months?
Yeah, keeping aside the knee-jerk reactions which market sometimes behaves, and it's more about the volatility. And now these days we are not we are not aloof from the global events and all of those, like we see now these days. China facing a large developer getting defaulted, and people's concerns about Chinese borrowing levels and all of that. I would say this is a interesting opportunity for the India, being a very low leverage, and the rates are more or less likely to remain in the current range. Besides this volatility, event-based volatility, with a 25 basis point movement in the yields on the other side, I would say it's getting stabilized with a control on the inflation. The growth is obviously a larger concern and a larger focus, and the rates need to be supporting in terms of achieving the growth targets. For the next 2-3 years, we see the rates being in a stable corridor. Rates have to remain in the current range or lower levels to support the growth needed for the full-fledged recovery in the economy after pandemic. We see the 8% kind of a level of economic growth needs a low yield, low interest rates environment. So as you become globally competitive, so that more and more people access to the market, and more people, rather than raising only equity, are able to raise debt at a competitive level. So interest rates environment as such are likely to be very benign, and I would say it's likely to be a lower regime rather than interest rates shooting up.
Sir, this brings a question in my head. When are you expecting RBI to come up with some rate action?
I don't think RBI is going to have a rate action now. If we listen to the commentary for the governor, he has been quite growth focused, and he has been kind of very, very supportive to the growth, and he has taken all the unconventional measures to make sure that the growth is back, and he has provided all innovative solutions in order to make sure that the money reaches to the right pockets and it helps to grow, especially the sectors which are so far were ignored, especially the small finance banks, the small and medium enterprises, giving government guarantee for the loans to the small and medium enterprises, small businesses, and all of those things have never been thought about and never been done. So I would say RBI rate action is unlikely to be immediately. We are not expecting a rate action during the current calendar year, definitely, and not even in the current financial year. If at all there will be a token rate action, they are likely to be in the next financial year when we are very sure about the growth and we see a kind of a stable growth being there. In terms of looking at the past measures, markets on the other hand is discounting for whatever it evaluates. It irrelevant given to the current macros and the risk, the market is likely to factor pricing things appropriately. I would say market is at this point might be fearful about the rate action, but it's not there on the card.
Great. Sir, this brings me to another question. Since you already spoke about, we as a nation are moving towards the growth path, and then only regulators like RBI and, we can see some rate action coming in. So do you see, foreign investors pumping in money into India being in a like good avenue for them?
Definitely, with the global investors coming to the India and with the aversion to the China, especially among the emerging market, they like India very much now these days. And we expect issuances to increase also. Further, the hedging costs becoming more affordable, we can see offshore issuances are also expected to bolster. Another important event in the inclusion of the Indian bonds in the global indices, which is highlighted India as a debt destination, thereby pumping the deal activity both in onshore and offshore market. We have globally seen that initially the investments are more or less in the government securities, but after a year or so, when the government securities limits are closer to the roof, people start buying corporate bonds and all of that. So we expect a lot more activity in the corporate bond, which will kind of make the corporate bond borrowing for the corporates a lot more affordable. We expect the borrowing pipeline in the domestic bond market to remain strong in the current and next fiscal. There is an adequate liquidity, and liquidity is not likely to go away very soon. It's very difficult to take out the entire liquidity which is there in today's market, especially with the domestic institutions like mutual funds, and they have their requirement is to buy the quality papers and the institutions, but at the right price. It's not that they will buy everything at whatever level. So liquidity is not necessarily pushing them to buy inferior credits. They are kind of carefully looking at the quality, and government borrowing and its plan for the momentum seems to be in control. Though it was a very high government borrowing in the second consecutive year, but it's very much in control with the RBI support. And there would be limited supply from the government borrowing side or the state loans supply sides and all of that. And the RBI's continuous efforts to kind of calm down the market has been working fantastic. So we would say the borrowing plan on the onshore and the offshore market looks very promising and very much under control, not likely to disturb the interest rates environment.
Since you already spoke about the supply side of the picture, how do you see the demand also, from the investors? Is it really nice, which is coming up for these, the promising pipeline, which is up in the market that you recently spoke?
So demand looks there, I would say, is the corpusage of the most of the investors side, especially the domestic institutions and the banks have a lot of liquidity, and they are now these days not so much fearful about the mark-to-market losses because they've seen and they're comfortable with the rate trajectory. At the same time, we expect a lot of flows coming from the foreign institutional investors after India getting included in the global indices, and that will take care of some part of the supply. So I would say the investors' demand matching the supply is already there, and the way the corpusage of the most of the people has been growing is good enough, and I would say this will kind of put a pressure on the interest rates yields, taking them down further.
Sir, before letting you go, we would like to ask you to summarize the debt market whole sentiments into two lines. How do you see this going ahead for the rest of the financial year and for the early next financial year as well?
So yeah, market looks very interesting. As I said, a lot of changes, a lot of focus has been there, and the regulations are making it enabling with 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 the requirement of market being a lot more deeper and wider is what a developmental work being done. And so we are very, very excited about the markets, and with a stable interest rate environment, takes away all the confusions among the investors' mind, and that gives a lot more stability. So I would say the other excited scenarios, and a very stable market will give it growth. So we are there in the markets, and we feel every day more excited.
Great. So it looks like the market seems to be very hopeful for the demand side as well as the supply side. Thank you so much for the wonderful insights.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we will look forward to a lot more insights as such. As I always keep saying, in-person, meetings are also pending that we'll definitely do.
Definitely. So now the fear of pandemic is almost getting over. I believe people will come back to the normalcy, and though it's not completely gone away, but we all understand that we are now better equipped to deal with this situation. So definitely things will resume in a normalcy very soon. Thank you. Thanks a lot for
Thank you
connecting.
so much, sir, for giving us time in such a packed schedule. Thank
Thank you.
you.